all right. So we'll say hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. You are live to Spoon Talk Business. Right here on Spoon 107.5 FM, Fabric 101.1 FM. And we are also live on Spoon TV, Super TV, Fabric TV. I tell you, we are all over the place. And this program is designed for you with the business mindset, all the business entities, entrepreneurs. Even if you want to be one, you can come here for your consultancy right here on Spoon Talk Business. And of course, I am your producer, Lorena Honoree, and indeed my hosts are CEO Titi Kane, and she is the host, also alongside a panelist from Spoon Talk, and that is Dr. Francine Richardson. She is another host on the program. Today we have two different guests, two dynamic guests, two guys that are going to be talking about their institutions. And of course, our first guest is Abu Fuma Sharif. He's going to be talking to the both hosts, Dr. Richardson and Madam TTC Kane. Of course, they are your hosts of the program Spoon Talk Business. I'm always here to encourage you to come and talk about your businesses, come and sell your market. Like I said, and I say to all the market people when I'm going to the marketplaces and the stores and different entities, I tell you, look, can't sell your market. It doesn't matter what kind of business you're doing. You want people to know about them. You want people to come to you. You have to come here on Spoon Talk Business. So let me turn it over to the host. Our ladies, they are sitting there. Madam Titi, hello. Good evening from the other side.
Good evening, Lorena. Good evening,
Dr.
Dr.
Richardson.
Richardson.
Good afternoon from your side. I know we're saying good afternoon. You and Dr. Sharif. I'm sorry, Mr. Sharif. Mr. Sharif, he's from the Jolocon Alumni Association. Yeah, so
Yes,
you people are going to be quizzing him. He has 30 minutes because we'll have our next guest to come on later. So it's over to you, ladies. Welcome.
absolutely. So thank you, Lorena. Thank you, everybody, for coming today to hang with us again on Spoon Talk Business. It is business time. As Lorena said, bring your grumpy, bring your palava sauce, bring your okra, bring anything. We'll help you to sell it here. And it's been working for other people who have come on. You will not be any different. We'd like to say thank you for always trusting us and coming to hang with us. Dr. Richardson,
Yes. Hello, Lorena, our
Jimmy
producer.
Jolocon, the half hour. Jimmy Jolocon, half
Yes.
hour.
Alumni Association. They're both supporting themselves from all over the world. Dr. Richardson, you
Yes,
can come.
yes. I was gonna say thank you and hello to Lorena and Sister CEO Titi Kane. It's also good to see both of you guys. As both ladies have said to you, this is so unique and different that you can bring your business onto Spoon Talk Business to sell. I was growing up when I grew up in Liberia, we didn't have a place to bring our market to our products to. This is your business. This is your station. So you can come and sell your products here, get that exposure. So I'm happy to have Mr. Sheriff from the Jimmy Jolocon Alumni Association. He's going to be telling you all of the positive things that he and his association are doing. They are making an impact in Liberia. Speaking about him coming home, I'm actually not even home. As you can probably see, I'm not at my usual background. I'm actually celebrating my Alumni Association, the Bong Education Bong Education Center Alumni Association organization. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, which is a different state. And so we've done a lot of things. A lot of associations are doing a lot of things. But now I see we have Mr. Sheriff in the background. I'll give him the opportunity to speak about his organization so he can tell us what he's doing.
I want to say thank you, Lorena. I want to say thank you, Dr. Richardson, and thank you, Marty Khan. That's my mother right there. I want to thank you for, it's a pleasure to be here, and thank you very much.
Yes, it's good to meet you, Mr. Sheriff.
So, Fuma, we are on this. We are on the tree now already. So tell us
Yes.
about this Alumni
So,
Association.
I would like to go quickly to explain in terms of there's going to be a very huge event coming next week. We're going to be happening in the Twin City, Minnesota. So I just want to encourage a lot of alumni that within different part of the world. We got students coming from all over. Alumni coming from the Canada, they're coming from Europe. Just to attend this program. They're coming from different states to be part of the program. We got a 3 days event. And the event run from the 19th to the 21st. So the 19th we're gonna have the meet and greet. That address is 2155129 uh, Court Northeast Blaine, Minnesota 55449. We also have the Alumni business section that's going to run Saturday, July the 20th, 2024, and that's going to run from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. And that location for that is 7189 Unity Avenue North, Broken Center, Minnesota 55429. We also have the grand fundraiser, and this year project is focused on in terms of how we can do a laboratory. We're going to equip the laboratory uh, at the Jimmy Jolocon High School. So we're going to be doing a fundraiser that's going to run Saturday, July the 20th, and that's going to start 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. So the specific address for that is 501 Sonatera Avenue, North Broken Park, Minnesota 55444. And then the fairway going to be get together. That address will be to we're going to determine that TBD. We're going to determine the address once we. So that's about it. More especially we're here to give information in terms of the program that is upcoming. We want to encourage a lot of the alumni. We want you to come and be part of this program. It's going to be fun just to come together, unite, gather together. That's something that we're very passionate about. So every year we make sure we do our alumni, reunion program, and we invite people from all over to come there, and what we can be able to do different activities, and we can connect as alumni. So we encouraging people to attend that program. Yeah.
Yeah, so Mr. Sheriff, if you don't mind me asking, Sis Titi Kana or Miss Kana, I'm so used to calling her my big sister Titi Kana, but that's my sister Titi. So bear with me. Mr. Sheriff, it's such a pleasure and impressive hearing all of the things that your organization is doing. Can you just tell us, what drives you, your passion? Because here it is, you guys are miles and miles and miles away from Liberia, but you can come together in Minnesota, and I'm sure you've been to other parts of the United States as far as you are right now. What sort of brings you guys together? I mean, I'm also with a group of my childhood schoolmates, and I'm wondering the same thing. What brings us together? So, can you speak to
So, so,
that, and then
so
how you can encourage others who are not a part of this organization? Tell them to come and join you guys so they can feel your passion.
So what drive us together is our mission and our aims. Where we kind of our mission is very focused, on a fostering long life connection between alumni and also the institution. And our aim is to support alumni professionally and also support our growth, providing opportunity for networking and also through different initiatives and different events. So as you can see, we got an event coming up. So those are some of the our engagement where we usually come together, we network, we kind of build each other in terms of build each other in terms of different professional and how we can be able to connect and provide mentorship too for student back then. So those are things that we kind of focus about. But one of the things that really drive us is giving back because it takes you great, once you are successful, and just the fact that to think and look at those underprivileged children and that don't have the basic needs, more especially when you look at in terms of the school laboratory. They only deal with the theory part of those, but they don't deal with the practical. So we thought it was, and we said, why is not we can equip the laboratory, put some different science or different science tools that they can be able to use to be able to enhance their studies and make them grow.
Yeah.
So those are things that we passionate about. Giving back to the community, giving back to the school. It
Yes.
makes us feel very very happy to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
Miss,
two
go
quick
ahead, sister.
questions I want to ask. How many students are you expecting? Because me, I want to talk to them. I want to know how many they are first before I talk to them.
Yeah, so we're expecting roughly around, let's say, 150 students coming from all over, to attend that program. So it just that total number 150. Yeah, we're expecting to come attend the program.
So all the people who attended Jimmy Jolocon before, whether you in America, whether you in Canada, whether you in Europe, whatsoever you are, once you went through those doors, you had teachers sit down there every day under the rain, the sun to teach you. You learned something from there, you graduated from there, or you left and went to further your studies somewhere else. Please make it your business to go to Minnesota this, what is it? Is July the
Yeah,
20th,
yeah,
weekend of
July
the
20th, yeah. So yeah,
yes,
the week of the 19th.
go
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Make sure to go there to give back, to help other children. Okay.
Yes.
So Lorena,
And,
can you put me in the back, please, quick?
yes. And so what I'm actually hearing you say, Mr. Sheriff, I'm just getting this vision and something that I'm living by as well. And I encourage people who are listening to the sound of your voice, to whom much is given, much is required. Yeah, you guys came from Jimmy Jolocon School. You traveled miles and miles away and came to this country. You've made it in your own ways. You're successful, and so you want to give back. You've been given something, whether spiritually or or just by your own energy. You've been given something, and so you are calling people who went through the doors of Jimmy Jolocon School to join you guys this weekend, or even friends, like if friends of you guys, to join you guys to help build the library. I heard you say you guys have a special project, the library, right? Can you speak to us about the library a little bit? What do you have
So,
now? What do you hope to accomplish at the library?
so currently we have the library is already been established, but what we're focusing on right now is to how we can equip the library to put all of the different science tools within that library, equipment that people can be able to use, to enhance their studies. So those are things that we focus on, but the library is already there, but we just
Mhm.
need to equip the library in terms of
What
different,
what are some of the things you
equipment.
look to put in your library to make it different than what it is now? So the money that you're gonna come to this organization on the 20th, you're gonna pay entrance fee, you're gonna come in and pay your membership dues, and so that money that you're gonna pay, I'm hearing Mr. Sherry is telling us that part of that money is gonna go into improving, enhancing the library. He's looking to improve it by maybe adding some computers.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah, so yeah, we're going to focus on a different, equipment library in terms of computer, and
Uh-huh.
also give it to the state of the art, where it can be compared. It can be compared to other library, with other part of the world. So we want to make sure we put all of those different science equipment that they can use to do, biology, chemistry, and physics, the different things that they can use to, enhance their own study and those things, so they can grow. Not only reading about it, but also feeding it, touching it. So those are things that we kind of focus on. Yeah,
Great. That's great.
So we're talking about laboratory here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah,
I thought it
yeah,
was.
yeah. We're
Uh-huh.
talking about the laboratory, to equip the laboratory, because the laboratory is already there, but we just need to equip the laboratory. Yeah, science
Oh,
laboratory. Yeah,
oh, a science laboratory. Great.
yeah,
So you guys are looking to build a state-of-the-art science laboratory where the students, I'm sorry, I call them kids because I'm a professor, so all my students are my babies, my kids. But so all of this, the students will be able to do like chemistry lab processes and stuff like that. They can do experiment like when I grew up in Liberia, we used to have these, even cut the frogs and stuff like that, to see parts of the body. So
Yeah.
that's the kind of experience you want to give our students now, right? In your
yeah,
laboratory.
yeah. That's the kind of experience we want to give the student. As I already stated, that library is already there. It's already, it's already built. But all we need to do is to put those different science equipment within the library to equip the library in terms of where they can be able to do that research, like, experiment, what you just
Exactly.
said, those things like that, science, chemistry, biology, and those things. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
So all the
and
how you call your part of school, how you call your part of school, where your icon, Jimmy
Kruba,
Jericho, what
the Kruba Kino, Kruba.
Cobra?
Yeah, the Kruba Kino. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a
Cobra.
snake.
yeah, the crew bar, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're not East Coast.
Kara is Cobra. How can you put a Cobra too? So all the Jimmy Jolocon Cobras, you need to come out
Yes.
July 20th, 21st. You will be happy because you see all your friends, all the ones you had nicknames. So, Fuma, what was your nickname in school?
Uh-huh.
Ready?
Yeah. For my
Really?
one day.
What was your
Oh my
nickname?
God.
Yeah.
Fascino.
Huh?
Fascino.
Chasino?
Fasino. Oh,
Okay,
Fascino,
yeah.
Fascino, yeah.
Chasino
Fasino.
will
What they
be
call it
there.
Fasino
All the
for?
other names, all the people your name, you will can see them there. You will have food, you will have drinks, you will have good time, you will lecture, you will talk about somebody, you will take pictures to send back to the younger people to encourage them.
So,
Okay,
so
to
this,
tell them
just to
that
give you a
school
little bit of history,
they can you too.
yeah,
Okay?
all this happened because of just one man.
Okay.
The late Mr. Imayaji Wuye. His dream, he was an educator, and the school Jimmy Joga was founded, August 1981. And
Okay.
the whole goal is to, bring, young people where you can mold them, give them basic education and kind of grow them. When the school was founded, the school name, they used to call it Andrew Young Elementary elementary junior high school. But then later on, they changed it to the Jimmy Biloka High School. So Imaya D. Weir he was an educator, and he did extremely well. And some of those people that you found today in our society, and you're talking about the lives of Auguste P. Gafwan, Darius Data, Madera Kopo, Aaron Costa, Sam Mano,
Oh, yeah. Hold
Charles
on.
Allen,
Show up.
Polita Weir, Gretchen Coleman, Stanton, even Stanton, the CEO went, I think he went to Jimmy Jogo too. And also Jerry Thomas
Call
and
the names.
Christopher Detto.
Call the
Uh,
names. So
yeah,
they can come to
yeah,
that
Christopher
program.
Detto. So
They
yeah,
can
so
send our money.
all those people passed. They passed through the wall of Jimmy Jogo. Either they graduated from there or they went there but did not graduate. They did not graduate. So all of those people passed through the wall of Jimmy Jogo. You talk about
Okay.
Gospel Pay, Gafwan, Darius Data, Madera Copa, Henry Costa, Sam Mana, Charles Allen, Polita Weir, Gretchen Como, Stanton Witherspoon, and Jerry Cummings, Christopher Detto. All those people went to Jimmy Jolocon. So and just because of one man, he impacted so many people. Today, you have Jimmy Jolocon students. Some of them are nurses, some of them are engineers, some people are doctors, some people are lawyers, some people are financial experts. You can name it. So we just feel touched by this and give it back. For me, I'm a global engineering. I did engineering. So right now, we give it back to society. So we feel very passionate, about our school, our alma mater, and all we can do is to give back. And we call it all alumni. Whether you went to the school or whether you went there, you graduated or you did not graduate from there, we will call you that you come and join us. If you're in the Midwest area, Minnesota, Iowa, North Dakota, we want you to come and join us. Let's put hands together and give our school, continue to promote the school image because the OMA is no longer, but we there. So we have to continue the path to be able to give to the young ones that are there that need those, support. So it's part of our mission, to support alumni and the student back there to see how better they can be able to grow and become professional people. Yeah.
Thank you. If you're just joining us, you are watching Spoon Talk Business, and we have Mr. Former Sheriff here. Please continue to share this show. And I'm here, Mr. Sheriff, make a passionate call to all of you who walk through the doors of Jimmy Jolocon. He calls some major names here.
Yeah.
Gregory Coleman, uh, uh, Senator Dillon, the presidential aide, Medela Cooper. So if you walk through the doors of Jimmy Chilocon, you should come and support because to whom much is given, much is required.
So,
You just didn't become who you are because you woke up one morning and you became XYZ. It was because, as Former is telling us, the ingenuity, the thought process, the creativity, the passion of Mr. Weir, right? A man who
Yeah.
who 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 brought them together, and they want to continue that spirit, his spirit, to make sure that that school, Jimmy Jolocon, is great. It should be well represented. So even if you can't go, send your membership due, send your money, because the laboratory that Mr. Sherry is talking about, it takes money. He got to pay
Yes.
somebody to teach the students, right? The young people that are there. He got
Mhm.
to pay somebody to buy the equipments, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So all of this is why they meet. They don't just meet to
The
have,
chemicals.
yeah, the chemicals, they don't just meet just to have fun time. That's part of the process. Yes, we like parents, we like to get together, we like to have a good time. But we like to work, as we work hard, we want to play hard. That's what he's
Yeah.
trying to tell us right here today. So all of you guys who are hearing Mr. Sheriff on this program today, we're asking you guys to be in Minnesota. Okay, starting July 19th. Buy a
Mhm.
ticket, send your money, all right? And let Mr. Sheriff host you when you get to Minnesota. So anything else you'd like to tell us about your program?
Yeah, we want to acknowledge a few people in terms of the current administrative staff at the Jimmy Jolocon High School. We're talking about Mr. David Tokpa. He do a phenomenal job there. Also, he's the current president for the school. We're talking about Reverend Richard Reeve, the vice president for administration, and we're also talking about Jim Mombach, VP for instruction, and also Uncle Jacob Weir, who is the dean of student. And not to forget about Juanita Weir. She's very strong, the daughter of Imardi Weir. She's working hard since her father, the name of her father, but she putting all passion, the school and all the children, all Mr. Weir children, they playing a part, making sure that the dream and the school continue to live on. And we just want to say, we want to tell them thank you for the hard work and the continued dedication towards the school. And not to forget some of my team members within the diaspora, Mr. and Mrs. Lami Goba, and I'm
Yeah.
talking about Trinidad Cody, also talking about Soko Salih, Ernest Hammer, talking about Bernice Pay and Teresa Bassi, all those people talking about Class Adam and all of those people that are making it happen and making sure that this coming program be successful. Even Joanne Sale, all those people working behind the scenes to ensure that we have a very successful program. But we just want to say that we're going to have Mr. Emmanuel Sabe. He's going to be the guest speaker for this
Mhm.
program. He's coming from Canada. He has a lovely wife, Sophia Sabe. Also
Yeah.
going to be there. He also went to the school too.
Oh
His wife,
wow.
yeah.
And
So the both of them, yeah, they're
wow.
also coming to attend the event. We want to say we're going to have a wonderful time. It's a twin city. It's hot right now in summertime. So, this Minnesota, we're always making it happen. So we're looking forward to see, all of our alumni come one, come all. Let's put hands together and be able to help our school focus on the project. Also, not to forget
Mhm.
Vanilla Chope. She also one of the advisors as well. She also went to the school at Jimmy Jolova. So we want to say, it's good, and we looking forward to seeing everybody coming there, so we all can be able to put our minds together. And not
Yes.
to forget Daniel Dewar too. He's the vice president. And Daniel Dewar want to say, everybody, you guys doing a phenomenal job. Let's keep working together. The unity, that's what matters. And let's keep giving back to society. Yeah.
Yes, so I want to just bring your attention, that's Mr. Sherry said. This is Jimmy Jolocon Alumni Association here in the diaspora. They're going to be having their convention, their reunion in Minnesota this year. It is first, the meet and greet is today, right? Oh, no, not today. Our meet
It's
and
the
greet
twentieth.
is yes,
Next week.
July 19. Friday, July 9th is the meet and greet at 6 o'clock. And then they're going to have a business meeting where they're going to talk about how they're going to utilize the funds that you give them, how they're going to talk about the laboratory, how they're going to make it look, they're going to talk about it, how they're going to make sure that it works for the students. And then they're going to have the fundraising dinner, a dinner. And how much is that dinner, Mr. Sheriff?
No,
Can you,
it's free. Actually, no pay. It's free to enter. But once you come, we're
oh,
going to
okay,
do on
the
pay
whole package, how much you pay for the whole package here?
the package for the dinner.
For
No,
everything
the
from
entire
beginning,
program.
You may
everything.
you're talking about the dinner.
Also to come to the meet and greet, everything free?
Yeah, everything free. But once you come there, we get other activities like fundraising. where people
Oh,
come and and speak and those things like that. So there's different part of section of the program that we're going to have people doing different things and those things like that.
that's
So
very
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Very
but
nice.
it's free, yeah, yeah.
Very nice of you guys. So if you're hearing us today, I'm here with Miss Titi Kane and the producer Lorena Honoré, and we're talking about joining Jimmy Jolocon Alumni Association in Minnesota on July 19th. We look forward to seeing you. Many people walk through the doors, and these people have a lot of friends as well. So they're going to invite their friends and definitely contribute to the next generation, the students at Jimmy Jolocon now. This is why Mr. Sherry is here. So I
Yeah.
want to thank you so much, Mr. Sherry. I'm turning over to you, Sis
And
Titi.
the fundraiser will be by class, Fuma.
Yep.
So you want your
Mhm.
class to win, you got to come, you got to send your money. So if you can make it there, make sure that money gets there.
Yeah.
All the
You
But
can give
quickly before I leave, can I provide the information for the cash
yeah,
app number
please
and the
quick.
Zelle?
yes,
Mr. Sharif, I asked you to send me the number if I could post it, but you didn't respond. Should I send your number, sir?
yes.
No,
He,
I
Your
he,
think
number,
it's
his
frozen.
number.
It looks like he's frozen, Lorena.
yeah.
Yeah. So I just needed to go ahead before posting his number. So
You're
we're
right.
gonna share his number right now.
So we got other, you got other people, other your other classmates, one
Oh
hammer
yeah,
at
he's
the
back.
beginning.
He's
We
back,
got
Mr.
Bernie
Sherry.
Speed, we got
Yeah.
Soko Sharif, we got Abu Sharif. You can reach to all these people.
Yeah,
There
more
is
especially Soko Steady. Soko Steady is that's the treasure. So you can pay your money to Zelle or Cash App to him.
yeah,
Anything that touch your heart, we don't. It's not anything like okay, pay this, but whatever that touch your heart, and you passionate about giving back to society. We're looking for to see people that want to donate something towards that project. Yeah.
so Kuma send that number to Lorena so
Okay.
we can let it roll on down there for people to use.
Okay.
Yes,
I will
and
do.
those of you when you're Jimmy Chilokon, you are listening to the voice of Cobra. That how they call him there, Cobra, right?
Yeah, Cuba. Yeah, the Cuba cleanup.
The Cobra Kingdom.
The
Yes.
Mr.
Cobra,
Sharif, send the number to share.
Is that the cell number
It's
on the
frozen again.
screen?
there's a number on the screen, Abu.
That is his number.
He's frozen.
He's frozen again. But
Okay.
Abu will have to leave you here because we have another guest coming on in split seconds. So I don't know whether you okay, you
And
are
he's
live
back.
again. Okay
Yeah,
then.
the
Anything
name
that
the name is Puma Sharif, not Abu Puma Sharif.
sorry,
Mm,
Uma,
yeah,
sorry,
Puma
Uma,
Sharif. Yeah. So yeah,
forgive me.
I know. Yeah. So yeah, but I sent the number to Lorena. So
Yeah.
number is there. You can cash out, you can Zelle,
On the
anything you can help, anything that
screen.
touch your heart, you can contribute towards the program. We appreciate it.
Fuma, is it the one that was on the screen just now?
No, that one is his personal number, Miss City. The
So
number
Fuma send
that's the number.
the numbers for
That's
Zelle,
the
for Cash
number.
App, I was sending to Lorena. We'll just scroll them for you.
That's the number there, Miss City.
So if you're looking to support Jimmy Chilocon School, we have the cell number, which is 267-577-2718. Please send your donation. They will highly appreciate you doing that to that number. That is the cell number. It takes a lot, your time, money, and energy to be able to think about the next generation. To whom much is given, much is required. And that is what we're on here today on Spoon Talk Business. You can bring anything to Spoon Talk. You can bring your Alumni Association. You can bring, our next guest who's going to be talking about artificial intelligence. You can bring that here. You can bring Grand Peace. That's what I heard, either Miss Titi said that earlier. You can bring your restaurant or your resort. We'll
Yes.
expose it for you to the
Yeah.
Liberian population at large. I mean, population in diaspora, population in Liberia, population in the entire world will do that for you. So, yes, come and join us here on Spoon Talk Business every Friday at 2 p.m.
And 6 p.m. Liberian time,
Thank
10
you.
p.m. Dubai time.
Yeah. Yes.
It's after 10 here now.
It's after the 1 o'clock where I am.
Yeah, but Mr. Sheriff, you can say goodbye now, so we can bring in our
Yeah.
next.
Okay. I want to say thank you, my sister Lorena, and also Ma Titi Kana, and Dr. Richardson. I want to say thank you for hosting us. We want to say thank you so much. We appreciate it, and we're looking forward to coming back some days again. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good luck on your program.
Thank
See
you.
you here too, and good luck.
Next
Okay.
time, bring some pictures so we can see that laboratory.
Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Bye
Oh,
bye.
how much you're gonna raise?
The laboratory.
All right, I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
he was
Okay. Bye bye.
bye bye, Mr. Sheriff. Okay, so Mr. Sheriff is gone. We have our next guest in the back, Mr. Bolly, Rodney L. Bolly. But Miss Titi, you wanted to say something about Diamond?
Yes, Diamond did make it to Thailand.
Yeah.
Liberians, I don't know where you people are. Diamond made it to Thailand, and Diamond went second place to qualify for the finals. Yes. So please, it's not late here. Try and do something to support this child. She's out there for Liberia. We don't have the time. I was going to play the video when she got on stage and when she was telling the people that she's from Liberia, you know, that passion, that zest, you know. So Dama is there. She has won second place for the talent, and she's going for the finals on the 14th. So let's pray for her. Let's keep encouraging her. Diamond and her mother are there. This is Diamond on the screen that you can see. Second place. That's a trophy in her hand there. Second place for the talent. Liberian child Diamond.
All right, so now we'll bring in Mr. Bolly. Mr. Bolly, you are welcome to Spoon Talk Business, sir.
Excellent. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be on Spoon Talk today, and good to see you again, Dr. Francine. And Madam Titi, congratulations on Diamond, and I'm hoping that you go beyond where she is.
Yes.
For having
Yes,
me on.
that's the spirit. That's the spirit. Thank you. This is the CEO, Rodney L. Bolle, Institute for Basic Technology.
That's correct. Yeah.
72nd Boulevard, Peloton Junction, behind Sata Drug Store, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no zip code, so.
Absolutely. We're going to get there. We are going to get there. That's what we are doing in our little corners. You doing yours. Lorena is doing hers. Dr. Richardson is doing hers. One by one, small, small. Everything will come together one day.
That's
Amen.
right.
Don't you believe that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us a bit about yourself and the Institute for Basic Technology.
Oh, yes. Once again, thanks for having me on. So a little bit about myself. My day job, I'm a research engineer, specifically in telecom and cellular technology. And so pretty much looking at that space in terms of how you can leverage emerging technologies for different things. So I have an undergraduate degree in electrical engineering, a master's in systems, and currently pursuing my doctorate in systems engineering as well. As the CEO and co-founder of the Institute of Basic Technology, we started this in response to the dire circumstances we saw, especially in I believe this was 2013, when BBC reported about 25,000 students failed to pass the LU exam. And so my wife and I, wanted to be able to provide a solution that addressed those issues, specifically looking at high school. And so we decided that opening another school wouldn't be the way to go in Liberia. Rather, opening a lab that would support local high schools in Liberia to improve the quality of the STEM education in Liberia would be the way to improve education. So, as you can see there, we started, a fully funded lab in all of these different sets in physics, chemistry, biology, and computer and mathematics. And then we later on went on to try out robotics lab, digital library. And I heard my brother talking about, trying to do something similar with Jimmy Jolocon. So we've been operational in Liberia for the past 7 years, going on 8. And what we have done there is to develop a model that showed the way to successfully do education at the primary and secondary education level with, with great results, from working with schools there in Vamoma, the Apostolic School in Vamoma, George E. Simon, St. Paul's, to name a few. So we've worked with a lot of schools in the area. I believe to date is 13 schools total we've worked with, from Vamoma to Bannersville, and the healthcare junction, the Ministry of Health junction, right there. We work with them too. So we've been in the space, and basically what we've been trying to understand is what are the unique features that impede education in Liberia at the secondary level, as opposed to simply just teaching. And so we look at the background of the parents, access to teaching materials, and those different things, and how time is managed for the students when they leave the halls of the classroom, and then integrate all of that to successfully produce an outcome that will allow them to move beyond this high school to university or college or whatever TVET program they might find themselves in. So in a nutshell, that's who we are. That's a little bit about myself.
Okay, so
Wow.
you can't say we're working with this group, we're working with that group. How do you select the people you've been working with?
Right. So we work with schools. We've been working with schools. So basically, when we first started, it was for lack of a better description, a Jehovah's Witness effort. So we went knocking on doors of each of the schools and introducing ourselves and telling them about our services and what we offer. And for the first 5 years, this was 100% free. All the students needed to do was show up, and they will be able to experiment for the first time using microscope, mixing actual chemicals, producing chemical models, using a computer, for example, and learning how to create a lab report, for example. All of those things which were new. And so at the time, what we were looking at was twofold: graduate, and then also pass the WAX exam. When at that time it had become WAX from WAEC. And so we're looking to be able to get them to do that at a high level. And so, to answer your question again, we're basically just going to schools and introducing ourselves, and then inviting them over to become a part of our services. And so when we first started, we had close to 6 or 7 schools, if I remember correctly, in the Cinco area that were part of the cohort that we started with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many schools do you have now? You said 7,
Um,
13?
So basically it changed from year to year. This past year we didn't work with schools, namely because we got a USAID grant. We were part of a USAID grant to train 125 college students, either senior or college graduates, with work skills. And so we took a pause in our program to address that. And so we successfully graduated 125 students with future-proof skills who could go out into the job market and either be their own bosses or become, potential employee at a company or some other business. So we are going to resume in the next academic year. And so for that, I'm going to be on ground in Liberia as well, to go back and start to re-engage some of the schools we've worked with in the past. For example, St. Paul's in Bannersville area, which was one of our best schools that we work with. And interestingly, they passed their WAX, and the results had to be held back for a while because they were concerned about the grades in terms of how well they did that. They thought there was a potential for cheating there, and so they had to hold back the grades to investigate. So that has how well our students did, and so we will be re-engaging the St. Paul's and the like in the Bannersville area, even some of our older schools, to bring them back on to the program. And the beauty of what we do is you can either come to where we are, or we also have our vehicle that will also come to where you are. So that's how we've been working. So again, the point always has been to improve quality of education, to make education accessible. You don't have to go to the top schools in Liberia for you to get the best education. You can go to where you are and still be able to graduate with quality education. And if you were to stay in Liberia or leave, you should be comfortable with what you know. And so that has been our goal.
So,
So
Mr.
in
Paul,
essence, you've been dealing with the less privileged schools.
I was yeah for the most part, because again my own background, I came from, in this case, in quote unquote on less privileged school right there, FU Junction, I think it's St. Mark's School, for example. That's why I went to school, kindergarten to sixth grade, and and so it was literally in the swamp. So you would see sometimes the water when it rained, it would come up. So St. Mark was actually part of our program when we started in the Lakwasi area, because again we wanted to make quality education accessible to all regardless of your background.
Yeah, so Mr. Boley, I want to tell you thank you so much for all that you have done and you are doing in Liberia. The likes of you, I believe, are Liberia's angels. You know, you are imparting knowledge on the next generation, and you also are here to discuss artificial intelligence, which is cutting edge technology, and you are not leaving Liberian students behind. Can you tell us about this artificial intelligence program that is coming up and one of the main reasons why you're here to speak to us today?
Right. Thanks, Dr. Francine. I appreciate it. Yes. So in keeping in line with what we've done up to now, and having seen our model was successful, there was a need to scale that from where it was. And so when ChatGPT in this case came around, we saw it as the way forward to cost effectively scale our pilot model. And so that was when we started to use ChatGPT. And so as an early
Right here,
user,
Mr. Boley, I'm sorry. When you
uh-huh.
said chat GBT, please break it down to our woman who's sending the children to school to your place here because the other thing they call the artificial intelligence telling her the computer
Okay.
can just do the work for them. So talk, please tell them because when you talk like that, I can understand you, but smart people can understand you. Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay.
thank
Let me
you.
let me try to bring some of my Liberian English.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. So there are certain things the computers can do that can help the teacher to do more in the classroom. It will help the students, and it will also help the teacher. And the computers now they're smart; they can think just like human being. So if you just give them some information, they will help the teacher in terms of making them uh, help the students to understand the hard subject in the classroom. For example, subject like physics is not easy to understand.
Mm-hmm.
So the computer now will take some of the hard information that the teacher bringing, and we explain it better to the students for them to understand in that way. All the student passing, the one who got to go say after, who got to go say after school, and the one who got to take care of their brother and sister at home, and even the one who get all the time to study now, they all able to pass the class now. Nobody will be leaving behind. So that's
Uh-huh.
what we're trying to do with this computer, this smart computer we call ChatGPT. So
Yeah.
ChatGPT is what we're bringing. And the good thing about our ChatGPT that make it different from all the other ChatGPT is that it's trained to understand Liberian English. It is trained to
Uh-huh.
about Liberia that the quick chat GPT will not understand. Most people right now have the quick chat GPT on their phone. That's what everybody have. We are the only ones in the country right now who have this chat GPT called Teacher Pepper. Everybody know what Teacher Pepper is to them, was to them back in those days. So Teacher Pepper now is our own chat GPT that's trained enough that when you say, oh, explain this thing about Barplay, for example, Teacher Pepper can understand it. If you go ask a quick chat GPT, it will tell you, you know what chat GPT is, or it will tell you chapping. So
Yes.
that's what we're doing with our current Teacher Pepper, and that's why we are trying to get teachers, try to get educators to learn how to train the computers on their own. And it's so easy to do that, it shouldn't be the domain of, quote unquote, expert. Anybody should be able to do it. And so that's our goal, is to get teachers to learn how to train artificial intelligence to be able to use it, So, uh, Dr. Francine, I know, for example, when you talk about spinach, how do you describe spinach to a Liberian person? You always say, oh, it looks like potato greens.
Yeah.
That's the exact same simple model we're trying to use. So right now, we're trying to take all of the knowledge that we know in Liberia. When you're trying to describe something else now, and then you can say, oh, this thing look like this. So if you're trying to talk about something difficult in physics, for example, you can try. You can talk about Ganga ball. You can talk about marble. You can talk about water side. You can talk about all the
Uh-huh.
that the students understand. And once you understand, and once you can take that hard subject and you can imagine it in your mind, you can understand. It makes it easier for you to solve the problem. And the good thing about it is it's very cheap. Nobody needs to go and buy a lot of expensive equipment. Like when we did it, for example, our lab, one microscope cost us $80 just to purchase here. And then by the time it got to Robert's Field for us to clear it, you people know how difficult it is. It cost us, I think, if I remember correctly, somewhere about $2,000 or so to clear all of the equipment to get to the lab. So it's very expensive to set up the lab, and then you have to buy all of the chemical every year, and then you have to buy the gloves and the goggles and all of that. So some of the things we can make easier by bringing in Teacher Pepper, in this case, the smart computer that know how Liberia works. So when you ask a question, they know how to explain it in simple English for the students to understand. I hope I did. I hope I
You
explained
did, no, you did great. I mean, come
Wait,
from,
wait.
yes, you did great.
This time we're not talking about the students now. We're talking about the teachers and educators.
it. Yes. Mhm.
So when are you going to start this training?
Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to be saying it here for the first time. So I've been talking to my staff back in Liberia because we do have a staff on the ground, trying to look at the numbers and of those who have expressed interest. So unfortunately, we are going to have to postpone. It was supposed to be this coming Monday, but most of the educators who have expressed interest, part of what they said was the time was too short for them since they were finishing school to try to do it right away. So they appeal for us to extend the time, and so we're going to be looking at extending that time to give people time to be able to register. So because the point is, we want to be able to put these tools into the hands of our educators. They are the ones who are going to need to use it in the future, and so it's important that we can make it very, very accessible to as many as possible. So because of that, we listened to them and we decided to, instead of Monday now, we're going to work with them to find a new time for us to do the artificial intelligence training, because we want a lot of people to be involved, specifically our educators who we work with.
So how many teachers and educators are you expecting, and is there any cost attached to it?
Yes. So the threshold for us to be able to teach the first class was around about 15, because namely because we wanted to be able to, because we're going to have to fuel the generator, pay staff, and then we're going to be providing certificates as well. So initially, I had said, $55 to cover everything. That's for all 5 days of classwork, installing the chat GPT, and then working with them how to understand the whole process of not just prompt engineering, but then how to do this other part called the RAG, retriever augmented generation. This is where the teacher take their local knowledge and add it to ChatGPT to give them that contextualized education in Liberia. So it was $55, and we told them, you can call us, we'll work within your budget. And so most of them had said, they would like to attend, but it was still appealing. And so because of that, we decided that we're just going to postpone till such a time, once we reach the critical mass of at least 15 people, to have that training done. And again, it really comes down to paying for our staff time, the generator, the data, and the printing of certificate. Because at the end of the 5-day intensive, we want to have each graduate have a certificate from us showing that they've gone through our program. And because also we are a recognized institute by MOE and also in Liberia, and so we want for them to have something that attests to the time spent in the classroom learning how to customize and program AI.
So two quick questions, Rodney. Somebody is asking here, how can one be a part of the training? And the second question is, are you doing this in collaboration with the Ministry of Education or with schools or just anybody?
Right. So I will answer the second part first, because that part easy.
Mhm.
So I'm doing it with schools, again, with our schools that we've worked with in the past. And our goal is to all educators or policy makers, if you make any kind of decision that impacts policy of educational policy, those are the people we want to work with. That's our narrow focus. And so if you are an educator in any capacity, you are more than welcome, whether it's through your institution or as an individual. We've sought in the past and still are seeking some form of collaboration with MOE, because I believe that would be the best place to propagate the whole AI integration from. And I was just a friend of mine just sent me a link last night, and I saw that Morehouse in Atlanta is a prominent HBCU, a prominent university here. So this fall, meaning in August, for example, they are going to be introducing AI teacher assistant in the classroom. So this is something that even here that people are taking advantage of, that we in Liberia should start to take advantage of as well. Because the danger here is, if we don't,
Left behind.
somebody's going to train the AI and bring it to us, and it's going to be their own knowledge. The AI is going to be trained on the way they understand stuff to bring it to us, and that's what we are going to be using. So it's important now for us to start to take the knowledge that's there and curate it and contextualize it so it's easier for our children, and it's also helpful for the teacher as well, because now our teacher will be able to focus more on the students, and collaborate and improve learning, as opposed to just being on the blackboard. This is what this will help do. They will free up time for the teachers to do that, and it will also help the students in terms of personalizing the learning. So student A and student B, even though they are sitting in the classroom, the material is customized based on the background as well. And that is something that we can do today. It's not something that we can do in the future. We have Teacher Pepe is able to do that today, and I have lots of video on our website that shows Teacher Pepe engaging with students at various levels. He can read Wilton Sankawolo, what's the thing, wiser than his father, for example. So Teacher Pepe can gauge student understanding of wiser than his father, while nobody know when he will die. Or murder in the cassava patch, for example.
Yeah.
Teacher Pepe can do all of those things today, in terms of engaging people's comprehension. And I think that's something we ought to take advantage of. It costs almost nothing to do in Liberia right now. And even for your data, is not very data intensive compared to other uh, streaming platform that you have to pay for. So I think it's an opportunity for us. And I think that's something we ought to, as a community in the educational sector, take advantage of.
So all that for $55, right?
Oh no, so the training was for $55, but again, like I said, we are very open to adjusting that, because the point is, it's not a profit making. We are non-profit. The goal is to work with the educational sector and improve education in Liberia. So so the initial price was 55, but we are willing to work within people's budget to be
Yeah,
able to
because
do
somebody
that.
is asking you here, can other schools sign contract with your organization?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So one of the things I would say is, so this training is for in between the academic year. What's going to happen during the academic year is, in addition to this AI training, all of the others, our STEM offerings, like you see, they're in chemistry, physics, biology. So we're going to package all of that together again and continue to present it to the various schools for partnership. And interestingly is, the entire package actually will cost less than 55 dollars actually when we start in the fall. So there is this
No,
training,
don't
and
talk
then
about
there's
fall
one.
now, Rodney. When you
Uh-huh.
talk about fall now, then you throw the thing backward now. We don't have fall in Liberia.
Okay.
So Mr. Bowley, again, I think that all of you teachers and decision makers that are listening to us, you saw that Mr. Bowley is asking you to bring your laptops, your computers, and he's going to install Chat GPT onto those devices. And to me, to be honest with you, I'm sitting here and just enjoying, the conversation. I mean, all about the conversation, because you are contextualizing, you are putting Liberia in a system that ChatGPT didn't think about a poor country like Liberia. And so now when teachers are beginning to teach our students, they are going to tell us, if you go to Nima County, this is what Nima looks like. You go to Kipman, you will be familiar with Lake Piso. These things are not a part of the conversations in ChatGPT. And that's why you develop Teacher Pepper. So Teacher Pepper can be working with our students and giving them all the information and working with teachers to let them know how to teach, all of our students, the ones that are struggling. Maybe they have to do stuff after school. The ones that don't have to do anything, they can just go home and enjoy the time. And the ones who perhaps they need a little bit more guidance, they need support. So that's what Teacher Pepper is there for. So I'm speaking to you teachers, come to the program. Mr. Bully said that they'll be glad to work with you. They'll be willing to work with you. He will let us know in due time when the program is because he postponed the program, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So in due time, he'll let us know. But you want to, I'm just impressed. I'm highly impressed,
Yeah.
with
And
what.
somebody is also asking that Richardson, are you open to volunteers?
Yeah, so
And
it
the other one,
depends.
let me just give you two because we're running out of time.
Sure,
The
sure.
other person, Soko Sharif, is asking if you're open to volunteers. Now, Abel Wise Jar is saying, I have a fully furnished computer lab. Oh, Lorena, can you hold that post up for us? Oh, Lord.
Which of the post, Miss Titi?
Um, the one with Abel Jar. He said,
Eva,
see, okay, anyway,
okay. He's
um,
watching from Ghana.
yeah, no,
Also,
not that
aside
one. But
from
that's
your
okay.
part,
Rodney, after
your
the
part.
program, go back and watch the program again. There are comments that you may want to look at, and somebody has lab. I don't know whether they want to make it available for you to use too. I don't know. So go back and go over the program and go back to the comments to the live feed and look there.
Okay.
Okay. So the big deal is the training program for the teachers, for the educators, but that is postponed for the time.
Right.
No special, no time in sight right now.
So no, so there's no time inside right now, but we will be reconvening and posting a new time because I just heard from my staff just before coming on the program, and so once we get together, we will be announcing when we're gonna have a new date for the program. But I will also add, we're gonna have that date, and then I'm gonna be on site in November where we're gonna do an, hands-on as well, with all of the educators and the schools that we work with as well.
And make sure to come back through us though.
Okay, sure.
Yes. So,
Anyway,
if you just joining us today, I'm very, very sure that you took a lot home today.
yes,
Your takeaway today should be to whom much is given, much is required. Yeah, Mr. Bully sitting down here with us today. He all the way from Liberia, okay? God gave him the knowledge and he worked hard in America, the place where we are, another man's country. And he said, I'm not going to forget Liberia. I'm going to do something very special, which is to create the new thing that they call Chat GPT. They tell you what a computer can do all the work for you. He said, I'm going to create it for Liberia. I'm not leaving Liberia behind. I'm going to
yeah,
put Liberia on the cutting edge of technology. So he sat out here and eat a hamburger with us and enjoy America. But he said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to, what God give me, I'm going to give it back to Liberia. And that's what he's doing right now. So I'm asking you, educators, you teachers, to come and support him. Okay? Come and learn this chat GPT so that we can work with our students, make our students better, and put them on the market as we are doing right now. He told me about the Simple school. I believe that you're telling me that schools were so good. All right.
Mhm.
So
so now
anyway,
Richardson should ask the Ministry of Education there because they should be interested
yeah.
in
Oh,
Well,
I
in
appreciate it.
I will
I
let
would
our own
appreciate that
politics
very
now.
much. I mean,
I will
that's
tell
the
our own spoon
point
talk.
I made with them. I would be happy to meet and talk to anybody about it.
Representative.
Yeah, yes. So the producer has given me the sign that that our time is up right now. But thank you for joining us today. All of those who came here, we look forward to seeing you again next Tuesday. I'm going to turn it over to Sis Titi Kane, Mrs. Kane, and also Lorena right now. And thank you again, Mr. Boley.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bole.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. And to all of you, thank you for watching Spoon Talk Business today. Dr. Richardson, you look dropped down gorgeous today, even though I know you're battling the cold,
I'm
but
telling
it's
you.
not showing that the voice trying to crack, but it's not
Yeah.
showing. You look awesome too.
Thank you.
Thank you, all of you who contributed on our live feed. We'd like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Spoon Talk Business will be back next Friday at 6 o'clock p.m. Liberian time and 2 p.m. USA time,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Depending
Okay.
on where you are, but
That's it, host. Yeah,
yes.
thanks.
Thank you.
See
Yeah,
you
thank you
Stay
so much.
night.
I will text and call you. Thank you.
All right.
next.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
All right. So there's so many thanks to all of you for watching Spoon TV Live, Fabric TV Live, Super TV Live, listening to Spoon FM 107.5 and Fabric 101.1. It's time for us to in our newsroom. So Spoon Talk Business will be back here to next week, Friday. I'm sorry. And so you can come and let's sell your businesses. Like I said earlier, always put God first in whatever you do. Have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.